Hello, Diva Loves. Guess who's back? Miss Sophia the Diva is back. It has been a minute since I have done a video on this channel. It's just been a lot going on. Unfortunately, I have had multiple deaths in my family. None of them really were unexpected. One was, but the last two were kind of not unexpected. Um, but I am back and I am doing something that is therapeutic for me, and that is to do video reviews, which I enjoy. Now, I think the very last video I did was on Empire. I'm still watching it. I just haven't been reviewing it. I'm kind of behind because it's kind of lost me. And I also did that Janet Jackson review, which to this day I'm still cracking up at how the social media trolls will attack you for stating an opinion. And even when you do it in a humorous way, it just goes to show me that people do not have a sense of humor at all. And you need to get your life. Because as far as calling me the B word and telling me to go F myself, because I didn't think that Janet Jackson's latest album was her best work. It's my opinion. It's what I think. I said it. I'm gonna stick to it. It did. Some of more of the songs did grow on me. One person did comment and ask that. But either way, we are not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about the return of those Georgia peaches. You know and love them, or we love to hate some of them, because Lord Jesus, Kenya. Anyway, we are now on season 8, episode 1. This particular one was called The Shade of It All. And that's why I'm wearing my shades tonight. No, these are not Cynthia Bailey shades, honey. I bought these from Sheree Fletcher, from her Sheree Elizabeth collection. You may know her. That's Will Smith's ex-wife, mother of his very first son, and also who happens, I think, is a fabulous person. She has her own little personal jewelry line or whatever, so I've bought quite a few pieces from her, actually. But anyways, this is just one of them. So I figured since we talking shade, I was going to wear my shades during this video. Let's just get into it. Let's just be real. Opening credits. Where's Claudia? Claudia, I thought you still had a job, girl. Lord, you just out there. You know, my question became, what's going to become of Team Pretty Petty? Because that's what they are telling me. We team pretty. But no, y'all were Team Pretty Petty. Y'all did a whole bunch of petty stuff last season, and now one of your girls is gone. You not doing, one of your the team captain, Kenya Moore, ain't doing too good trying to capture more recruits. Let's see how she does with getting Miss Tootie, aka Regime, aka Kim Fields, to come on Team Pretty. I don't know, because from the looks of it, it looks like even Kim Fields was like, what the hell is going on here? But we didn't see her. The season opens up with Todd and Kandi, basically announcing that they are going to have a child, which I believe, based upon watching Watch What Happens, we learn that it's going to be a boy. So that's pretty awesome. Speaking of which, we will get into Watch What Happens at the end of this video, because quite frankly, some shit hit the fan with Aunt Viv. Okay, y'all know her as Vivica Fox, but I like to call her Aunt Viv myself. So anyways, that's the good news. That was very positive news and a great way to open the season, because the rest of the episode was just marriages falling apart, folk getting attacked for having a house and not having a house, and pot calling a kettle black. I mean, just all kinds of mess. But I'm here for it, because it just makes me realize how great and fabulous my life is, because I ain't got that kind of drama. But a lot of it, you can kind of tell the producers kind of edge that on. So when we go to the next scene, we have Cynthia setting up here giving us the Mary J. Blige Waiting to Exhale song, I'm Not Gonna Cry. She was kind of like also with that Erykah Badu song, who Biggie also rapped it, but Erykah Badu's song is there's gonna be some soul singing and flower bringing. If my burger love alarm starts ringing. And then we segue into, no, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna shed no tears. I can't do it. Peter, why you cheating on me? Peter, I seen the video. Cause Peter walked in, he was like, or as I like to call him, Papa Smurf walked in. It's like, well, you look like you dress like you gonna bury somebody today. I was like, well, if she was good friends with Phaedra, she probably could make it happen for your ass, Papa Smurf. You up here? I mean, all of us saw the video earlier this year, earlier this summer, cause they got ran out of Atlanta with all them different lawsuits and moved to different jurisdiction for the defunct businesses they were having. And now they got Sports One in Charlotte, North Carolina, and she talking about we spend about 3 days together. I'm like, maybe that's all y'all need. They do say distance make the heart grow fonder. So anyway, she's confronting him about this, and honestly, Peter immediately gets on the defensive and starts talking his bull crap. And then Cynthia's trying to be all hard, which we know she's not. She's very docile. Actually, she's very sweet and demure, but she needs a storyline, and she needs to keep those checks coming in, because we all know Papa Smurf done spent all their retirement money and even the money she had in some secret accounts. Somebody recently told me though, and if you work at the banks where Cynthia keeps her accounts and you're doing this crap, I don't see how you still have a job. If a person's name, be it a spouse or whatever, if that person is not deceased, why is that person getting account information? Somebody recently told me that knows someone that works out of Atlanta, that Peter will go up in there and just bogart his way into finding out what the balances are on Cynthia's bank accounts. Like, who does that? And who gives him the information? So, she just really concerned about, am I ever going to get the rest of my money? Because you need to keep working, because we need to get our money back. He said something to her, and she was like, well, that has yet to be determined. And I was like, oh. Peter, she going towards the kitchen. You might want to gather yourself, bruh. And then somebody on Twitter was like, where does he get off having that attitude? And I'm just like, first of all, let's just be real. And I don't know specifically, but reputation-wise, island men tend to have that kind of, you are woman, I am man, and you do what I say and I do what I want. And but it is true. If Cynthia had been busted cheating or doing something that looked inappropriate, Peter would have been all over her. Papa Smurf would have been all over her. Okay. So, honestly, Cynthia, you need to get out of that, because, later on the episode, she up there crying to Mallory, while she's getting prepared for her little show or whatever. And, Mallory was like, well, are you still attracted? You still love him? She's like, I love him, but I'm not attracted to him when he take his clothes off. Oh, girl, it's just awful. And I'm like, well, damn. Synth, you've been long suffering, and your mom and sister tried to save you from the heartache, but I love Peter. He is my man. Stand by him. And it's just like, and then at that point, I started singing, I want to know what love is. Well, I want you to show me. Because Cynthia obviously don't know what love is. And and she probably kind of really doesn't. But my thing is, I want to know what happened with her and Leon. Because I think maybe, honey, physically, I mean, child, I don't know. It's just all bad over there in the Thomas Bailey house. It's a damn shame when on Watch What Happens when he said Bailey hanging on. I said, you know what, Andy, you wrong for that. You are so wrong for that. But you know what, Cynthia, count your losses and just get the fuck out of the relationship. I mean, unless y'all are doing this, I can understand for a storyline and some checks, because without them checks, and if the shades don't sell, because hell, all your friends trying to get free shades, but we'll get to that later. So we go to Phaedra's house. Phaedra, Apollo got locked up for doing stupid stuff again. I'm like, why are you? Oh Lord, I got this. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I got this TV on and I forgot to mute it. Lord, I'm just talking. And That's okay. I got this Mac Pro book. Hopefully, once I get that set up, I will be able to edit out that kind of stuff. But either way, Lord, we done gone 10 minutes into this video, and that's what the Lord. So anywho, Phaedra and her mama, you know, they basically, here's the thing with Phaedra. Phaedra has decided that her and Apollo should get a divorce. Of course, at the season discussion, we were talking at the end of the reunions. She was saying she was still married, but now Apollo is saying he wants a divorce, so that's okay with her. Her mama said, "Well, you need to be happy. You need to have some peace." And you know, she claims that she talks to Apollo. And she claims that it's a hardship for her and the boys to go visit. It's costly. And you know, but Phaedra, all I got to say is this. Yeah, Apollo screwed up, but those boys still need to have some sort of connection or relationship with their dad. You need to stop making excuses and just be honest and say, you know what? The truth of the matter is, it's not money because I got 10 jobs and I got all these coins. But I just don't want to go. I just don't feel like going to jail. I don't feel like driving all the way to prison to visit you for making a stupid mistake. And I don't think it's fair that the children should see you in a cage. Bottom line, just be honest, raw, and real about it. Okay, at some point during the episode, we run into Porsha. Porsha got a 24-year-old boo after her. That plays for the Buffalo Bills. Turns out his name is Duke Williams. That relationship lasted all of 4 months, but we get insight as to why it probably only lasted. It probably really didn't last that long, considering how hard, you know, Porsha put herself out there. I'm like, pretty Porsha, girl, what are you doing? So, you know, she's talking about, girl, I'm not a cougar. You know, I'm still in my mid-30s or whatever. I was like, that's right, Porsha, because we are not cougars. To me, if you are on AARP, that's AARP, then you should be considered a cougar, okay? But until then, we are Panthers. And yes, a few years ago, before I met my boo, yeah, I dated some young boos. You know, no more than 10 years younger. We can't go no more than 10 years younger. That's just how we do. Because when you're in your 30s, you are a Panther. Your 40s, you a Panther. What is it, 55 to become a member of ARP? Yeah, after that, you a cougar. You a cougar as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, she did show up at Phaedra's house, fellowshipping, and you know, I found it fascinating that the only thing that Phaedra seemed to be interested in, girl, have you seen this penis? Okay, girl, I know you ain't seen none in a while, maybe, but girl, okay. So anyway, a Porsche don't want him to know where she live yet. She don't want him over to the house, dirtying up her sheet shed, because she don't know what he about. They only known each other for months. So she get in a hotel room, and he coming in there. He looks so lost. He was giving us that little boy tease, and I'm like, boy, please, you better stop playing them games. Because if it is true what I read once after watching the episode, he ain't all that innocent. He knew what he was doing. Child, so she done bought him a t-shirt and told him to put it on. I really didn't see, you know, somebody else, I think Justin J mentioned, you know, how we expected more. And I did too. I was like, he played football, shit, he should have a banging body. Which he kind of did, but maybe it's off season at the time. I don't know. Porsha, but when Porsha said to him, when she was like, you need to meet my family. He was like, family? Yeah, I ain't studying your family, girl. I'm just trying to get in your panties. Okay, that's all I want. What you? I got to meet the girl's family. And so, as it turns out, y'all, apparently while he was trying to get with Porsha, he ended up dating one of the chicks from She Got Game, that show with The Game, aka Jason. So I don't know. Needless to say, that relationship we knew wasn't gonna work out. That summer and autumn relationship just wasn't gonna work out. It ain't quite winter, but it's autumn. don't know. Porsha, girl. At some point, Todd and Kandi are in this junky ass garage in their house. As it turns out, it is a storage unit for Apollo stuff. And that's when Todd flips the script on Phaedra and basically says that Phaedra is not telling the truth about what's really going on with that relationship and the fact that the boys do not get to talk to their father. You know, there ain't really no postcards, because when Phaedra said she was sending postcards to Apollo, I was like, that's cold game. I said, because what do the postcards say? Hey, missing you, wish you were here. Seriously. But either way, you know, and then I guess Todd still has issues with Phaedra for whatever reason, because apparently she still owes him $8,000 from this workout video. My question in turn becomes, well, Todd, did y'all sign a contract? Number one. If you did sign a contract, then you do have recourse in the courts, or maybe you just don't feel as though that's appropriate. Number two, even if you did not sign a contract, I do believe that you can use a means of showing that, you know, it was a quid pro quo kind of a thing, bilateral. Help me, Law School 101 contracts. But either way, you know, we can piecemeal together you showing that there is evidence of you having a contract. But, you know, if you want the $8,000, I can understand why you want that, because Lord knows Hollywood divas apparently does have a budget to feed their audience when they come to help y'all out by being part of the reunion show. But I'm not bitter. I'm gonna stop. Yes, y'all, I was at the reunion show and we got one slice pizza and maybe a cold drink, because the ice had all melted by the time we got out of that long ass taping, which I ended up walking out. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm hungry, and I ended up going to Cheesecake Factory. Either way, I digress. Later on, we see Tweedledee and Tweedledum. You know them as Kenya Moore and Cynthia Bailey. You pick whichever Tweedle you want them to be. Either way, they roll into Castle Grayskull to see Kenya Moore's Castle Grayskull, because that's what it is, honey. I was like, when they got to that house, I was like, baby, look here. This looked like, so I was looking for Jack Nicholson to jump out and be like, here's Johnny. And I was like, oh my God. But before we even get to Kenya's house, I'm mad at Kenya because she was trying to throw shade, which I think the producers had her do that anyways in her own special way, because how else are you going to reintroduce the rebirth of She by Sheree? Okay? Or as they started calling her, Chateau She Can't Pay. Which I'm like, y'all need to get off Sheree. After seeing her on Yana Van Zandt, obviously there's some issues there, financial issues, and certain expectations that were set that never became. So, you know, let's just let her start off with the new fresh clean slate. I mean, she's back. Obviously, there's a reason why she's back other than for the paycheck to finish building this house. And it is a very lovely house, by the way, because it's actually complete, but maybe there's some more things that need to be done on the interior, because I thought the exterior looked very nice. So she was like, oh, you know, Sheree gonna be my neighbor, girl. Yeah. She was like, oh, that'd be nice that y'all, you know, or Cynthia, somebody said. But either way, that's when she was like, well, yeah, maybe she can borrow a cup of sugar or maybe some money for a light bill. And I was like, you know what, King, you got something to even talk about. Because all through the episode, and even at Cynthia's party for her shades, she was up there talking about Sheree. Like, girl, so you just basically done pummeled everybody else on the cast. So now you're going to see if you can try it with Sheree. Did you not see the previous seasons? Don't come from Sheree. Girl, look at them arms. She stay fit and stay ready. Just because you might be a fitness buff, you don't want to mess with Sheree. Sheree do not play, honey. So you tried, like Phaedra said, you tried it with the wrong one. So we get to Castle Grayskull. First of all, just getting there, I'm like, girl, you ain't even got gravel on the road. You ain't got the good thing you got a Range Rover, because Jesus, who gonna come visit you? Girl, you living in the backwoods, and when it rains, it is going to flood up in there. Girl, when they went there, Cynthia was like, oh, girl, who live here? Freddy Krueger, Jason. I was like, God, dog. And plus, Kenya did okay. Wasn't it a couple of seasons ago that like Kenya got kicked out of this lease to own house, wearing the landlord's dress, and the marshals come get her behind out. Then she ended up in a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, pay by the hour, dump with Lil Velvet that's allegedly dead. Um, Girl, you need to stop talking about people because until your house is in order, don't start. And just like Sheree said, if they talking about me in my house, let those who have built a house build, and if not, continue to rent. But I said no tea, no shade. Go ahead, Sheree, say what you want. So let's see. All I gotta say, I guess Kenya chose that house because being the she wolf that she is, hell, she just going back to her natural habitat anyway. Host. I don't know. I just don't get it why Kenya is the way she is. She has issues, and she gonna see to my she gonna raise her family there. Who gonna procreate with you? And who in their right mind would give you a kid? I mean, seriously, I don't think even the poorest countries would hand over a baby to you. It's just not worth it. So the shade party, there was more shade being thrown than a pair of shades being thrown on. Baby, Cynthia made a very fabulous grand entrance. She talking about, but then when she said, everybody kind of went silent, and I was like, I can already imagine what you all are saying. She was like, well, I was going to fly in on the helicopter because this place has a helipad. And everybody was like, no. No, Cynthia, you weren't. No, girl, you ain't even got enough coins to do that. But before Cynthia could get there, because she was very divified about this party, Marlo makes a reappearance. We see the re-entrance of Marlo. That's Kenya's friend. And she up there talking about, girl, I sure hope I can get some free shades, about 3 or 4 pair. I'm like, but Cynthia is not giving away anything for free, honey, because Papa Smurf then burnt up all their little retirement fund, shit, investment accounts, brokerage, everything just gone, honey. Even the gold bars she was stashing in her Louboutins, they gone. He found them and used them to support whatever cause it is he got going on for businesses. Kenya takes it upon herself as Cynthia's new BFF to confront Peter about his inappropriate behavior. Mallory takes it upon herself to spill the tea in front of everybody, talking about, I'm just telling because I feel like you all care about Cynthia. I'm like, obviously Cynthia ain't told you. A couple of these females, they do not care for her. The irony in all of this with Cynthia's issues is this. What goes around comes back around. You all up in, you trying to maintain your storyline, and you were all up in Phaedra and Apollo's business, telling everything and confronting her about how wrong she was for what she was doing with this alleged Mr. Chocolate. You don't know anything, and you just, girl, stay in your lane and just be who you really are, Cynthia. The sweet Cynthia that we loved. We loved you as sweet Cynthia. We don't know who the hell this person is, because hell, I don't think honestly, I think y'all need to go and fix my life. I mean, did y'all see that Debbie Thomas? Child, my girl done gone all the way down. But that's going to be a separate video. I'm going to do a video about that because I do want to talk about mental illness in the Black community and how sometimes ambition can be our downfall. Reverend Ron said something the other night. I was listening to him. He said, ego edging God out. I think sometimes some of us, if you don't have any type of faith or belief system, I'm sorry, you probably are going to fall completely apart unless it's some sort of chemical imbalance. But I digress. So Mallory and Todd, all Cynthia's business. Peter done went in on Kenya. Kenya goes in on Sheree at this party. I don't know why she feels the need, and it's said to be continued. We got an hour and 15 minutes of nothing but, I don't know. Kenya is such a booger wolf. She really disturbs me. She really does. So, needless to say, after this, that's when Watch What Happening drops with Vivica Fox and Kandi. And guess who's man in the bar? Aunt Mama Joyce. I said, Andy, you ain't gonna have no good liquor left back there because Mama Joyce gonna drink up all of it. I truly believe she be popping bottles like it ain't nothing. She talking about I'm single. Oh, Andy, you just don't know I'm single and I'm ready to mingle. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Oh, no. So there was a little bit of discussion about the Mama Joyce Todd saga, and I'm not going to even dwell on that. Bottom line is this: I hope things are better because Kandi deserves to be happy, and she loves Todd, and Todd loves her. I mean, they've got a baby on the way, so let's just keep it pushing. But some kind of way we ended up on the subject of 50 Cents. As you know, years ago, Vivica Fox dated 50 Cents. And next thing we know, that's when shit hit the fan. When Andy, some kind of way, the way the conversation was brought up is the fact that 50 Cent allegedly, because his publisher did write into the show right away, allegedly 50 Cent made the statement that the reason why the ratings in Empire were dropping is because of the gay storylines, which he now claims he didn't say, and he was misquoted as saying this. And I'm just like, either way, I think he... So then Vivica basically was like, he wanted to talk because, you know, he kind of, you know, she kind of took it there. She didn't directly say it, but she kind of implied that perhaps 50 Cent was gay or bisexual or whatever. And that's when I knew it is all over for you, because 50 Cent has some bitch-like tendencies. He is the queen of petty, and yes, I say queen. He is the queen of petty, and he can do it all day, every day, tit for tat, and don't give two fucks. Okay, so needless to say, if you are on 50 Cent's Instagram, I hate that I am laughing because I am team Viv all the way, team Fox, but I was like, girl, you shouldn't have said that. But I will say this though, again, honey, Miss Fox, she had it going on. She was fabulous, fly, and fierce. She was working that hair, the outfit, makeup. She was giving us face. She looked good, but I don't know why. Honestly, I think to this day, because he is often a subject in her mind, I think she really did love him, and I think that she wished it had worked out and turned out differently. But 50 Cent's Instagram has no chill. Until you find something else to be petty about, he's going to be all up on Vivian Fox. But, you know, like I said, if you throw a rock into a pack of wolves or a pack of dogs, the hit one is going to bark. Okay? But that's all I've got for you tonight. This video is longer than what I anticipated, but there was so much because it was like an hour and 15, hour and a half of that. But anyway, I will be trying to get more consistent again with reviewing this. Still have not done my lighting kit because, quite frankly, we are ready to move because my landlord is a trifling piece of crap. They don't want to fix anything. They don't want to do anything. So I am in the process of trying to find a new dwelling because it makes no sense that they don't want to fix anything and then have the nerve. I'm like, y'all do know I went to law school and I do know how to read code. Housing code. I don't know what the hell is wrong with y'all. What do you think the JD at the end of my name is for? Anywho, that's all. Let me get off here because I've missed you and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next week. For the next show, hopefully I'm gonna get back into reviewing. I want to talk about American Horror Story, Empire, and How to Get Away with Murder, and possibly Scandal, but How to Get Away with Murder really has me twisted around their finger. Good night.